Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to be continuing where we left off yesterday in just a minute. Just need to tweet the stream out. See if anyone... But yeah, I think I'm actually done with the water for this one. I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out so far. Yeah, I might just leave it alone. I like the white kind of popping up. That's what you mostly will see with water. You know, you usually mostly just see the white, especially on the shores. So I kind of just can keep it like this. Yeah, I might be able to get to the grass and the sand today, actually. So looking forward to that. But I gotta plan out where I'm gonna put the trees and stuff like that first too. But yeah. What is going on? Channel. YouTube, you need to Okay, we should be good now. Some reason kick me out. I'm on the show. All right. It's a little bit dark, so I'm gonna bring up the brightness. There we go. A little better. Yeah, so yesterday actually I kind of went back and changed up the rock work here, made it brown, and put a wash on it to kind of give that, very simple texture there. Because I realized it was kind of stupid to because I want to have like trees and stuff growing here, and there wouldn't be trees and grass growing in rocks. I mean, you might get moss and stuff like that, but you wouldn't really have a full-on tree like sprouting out lofty things. So it'd be kind of like from around it or underneath it. So right now we're just kind of doing a quick dry brush, and mostly just gonna go for the edges here. Not really gonna worry too much about the middle because it's gonna be covered with grass. And then after that, we can start laying some sand, put the grass on, figure out where the trees are going to go. So, yeah, I think the water's pretty much done, actually. I'm actually really happy the way it turns out. Don't really want to mess with it too much right now. We can do good with it. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave that the way it is. And it's going to be a very, very quick sort of effect here. Let's get another. Okay. All right, that's a pretty quick and easy effect there. Let's see. Might do the same thing to the mountains and that. Yeah, sure. Just use this side here. Have the back wall. Well, I have this color. Might as well use it. You know. So I better show you what I'm painting. I'm like a GoPro or something on my head, or whatever we call it. Add a little bit extra like texture, you know. Okay. I'll quickly grab the left and right sides, and then I'll grab my grass. Do that first, I think. Okay. I'm hoping to get the base done today. I might be able to do it. My whole painting and drawing to do now. Be a lot of gluing, a lot of sand work, but it's all relatively easy. The thing do the sand first. Sand will be first. That'll be a little bit easier to kind of map out. So I'm going to get the base done. And then we can do the top two corners there. That's good enough. My back and sidewall's done. This guy. Let's see. Yeah, I got my glue. I got 2 bottles, so we should be good. Yeah, I just need to use the glue just to kind of keep the sand like in place in a few areas. And then we have our trees here. Palm trees. I have a few others, but I have to wait until I put them on the shelf there before I can do anything. Okay, so we'll kind of separate them based on size. So smaller ones, because I have some, they're all different kinds of sizes for these trees here. So, and that way I don't get them in the paint on the table here. That way I kind of have an equal distribution on the shelf. So it doesn't look wonky. And these are extra large ones. So we have 4 large ones, and then we have 1, 2, 4, 4. Okay, so 4 of each. Gotcha. We'll start with the big ones then. Map out where those ones are going to go. Bring you in a bit closer. You don't need my paint anymore, at least for now. Yeah, I'll save the grass for later. Now we just need our sand, glue, and trees, and then our tank parts. So let's just figure out where we want to put them. So the only things we're going to be going in are the chopper parts, a little bit of tank, and then these 2 tank parts here. Everything else will kind of keep free flowing, so it's a little easier. Okay, now let's bring it all in. So I kind of labeled them which ones I wanted to go where. So that's 1. That one's going to go there. And make sure before I make any changes. Yeah. Needs to be on there. Still want to make sure I fit there. I'll move them over just a little bit, I think, like that. Yeah. So I'll keep on hand for the other side. Doing a little test fitting just to make sure you'll be good there. All right. I shall put them off to the side here. I won't get any paint on them. All right. Let's see. And then the chopper is going to go right up in here. Where are you at? Okay. And that's going to be kind of sticking out of the sand there. So this guy. Okay. So yeah, this is how it's going to kind of look right here. So just got to go ahead and do some sanding. So we'll get the corners first on the rocks, and then we'll kind of figure out which one's going to go where. All right, let's get our kinetic sand out. And fuck, do I open it? Fuck, do I open his ass? Need fingernails. One of these chicks have big ass nails. Makes this shit easier. Go poker. All right, fuck it. Scissors. Oh, ass open. There we go. What's in my bag? Well, all right. It kind of works. All right. Let's see here. Let's move these guys out of the way. And oh, for the trees. Okay, I can pop that out. Okay, that's gonna be. You know what? I'll glue in the stand for it, and then I will go from there. Okay, so let's figure out where we want everything to go first. These trees. We'll do one up here in this corner here. And one big one over here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's glue in these big trees first, and then we'll. Let's put it all back in, actually. put this guy, the smaller one, up in this corner right here. It's right in between the two tanks. There we go. Let's see, and then we'll do another one. Okay. Oh, this one kind of broke off. Oh well. Just glue it back in. That's popping off. All right. I'm gonna leave the ones on this end here. I just want to leave the ones on the. All right. I just like draw a circle around it now, and that's probably smarter. Here's my Pashka. And we'll do big tree up in this corner here, and then one in like kind of between there. No, need a smaller one for that. So. Okay. Let's take our time with it then. And that's insane. It'll stick in there. Okay, so let's see this go there. This guy will go there. And that guy goes there. And go there. Okay. And then we'll kind of scatter the small ones wherever. Okay. See how many? So 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and some really small guys. Keep things equal. Put the sand there. All right. And we'll just get the edges right now. Blend sand together here. So this guy would go kind of like right there. So let's kind of fill this out a bit more. Just one section at a time. I'm going to do this. Okay. You know what? I might just like lay them in. Yeah. I kind of might. Yeah, I might just like glue it into the actual sand itself. Might be easier just to kind of do it that way. I think always just like build sand around it, you know. Okay, let's get this tank in there now. So, you know, let's get this corner right there before we do that. let's cover that in, and then do some more. Okay. Okay. We'll start by laying it all, and then we can kind of add more sand to it as we go. I might kind of come back in and kind of cover that up a bit more, but I want to get the rest of this done here. So let's see. So big, medium. Let's see how big. That was this guy there. So I think we should go smaller on that. Yeah, let's do smaller ones over here. And then keep this big one right there. I'll have it surrounded by small guys. Okay. Okay. Two. Okay. So then let's just do the. Okay, let's do two on the top there, and then two more over here with the small guy here. All right, that'll be how we do things. It's popped off. Hold up. I see. There we go. Okay, let's do this guy next. I think this one will glue right in. Actually, let's get to the edge first here. Let's finish off the edge there. I'm just gonna push it out more. Try to flatten as much as possible because you know, you don't want to have too many lumps here. Just got big butts going in the shelf, so you gotta be make sure the ground they're standing on is flat, so they don't wobble about. Okay, so let's see. So we have so I think we'll do this. Do big there, one small, and then let's see. So that guy's gonna be alone, and then okay, so we'll have two of these guys up in this corner then. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's try to. Let's do the stuff around it first. Let that dry. Try to keep out of this area because I want to kind of map that out a bit more as well. Let's see. We'll kind of do the same thing actually we'll do. We got some falling apart. Right. All right. So big. Looks like it's not fall over. There we go. All right, and then that will go with this guy, and we'll keep this guy. So it goes there. I should put one of these guys up here. Yeah. Let's see, two. Okay. So put this guy maybe right there in the corner. Yeah. What's that? It's already fallen off. So. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll just have these guys up in the corners here. Maybe have one here and back. So, yeah, that'll work fine. Okay. All right. Crack the code. Let's fill that in more. And a little bit of lumpiness, but I want to kind of make sure it's all not too crazy. All right. That corner's done. We finally move on to the other side. And yeah. So let's try and shift. All right. Keep you guys on that side. Okay, so big guy goes in the corner like the other side. Take this guy off, that's breaking it. Yep. All right. Just tilt the camera so you can see better. I'm in the bottle. It's annoying me. Let's get the edges going, and then we'll worst part is getting glue on your fingers. Okay, so we want to put that guy there, and then we want to put 3 up in here. So let's just kind of focus on getting the edges going here. And then we'll put 2, 3 in the corner there, I think. Yeah. Well, I'll put 2 logos here, and then we'll put the, yeah, that. Okay. So that one will go in here. These 2 in here. Let's go with him. All using the buddy system. All right. And, just plop him in there. Just because. Right. Mm, this would be it. Let's get this guy in first, actually. Now that we have the back kind of laid in for him. Almost there. Gotta figure out where I want to put the trees now. I'll put a smaller one with this one. Yeah. And we'll put these two in the corner there. And then, yeah. Can I take this off? Yep. Okay. Make my life easier. There we go. Let's fill this in real quick before we forget. Yeah, let's pull it in first, and then we'll add it in. Stuff it in. Okay. It's going to be our spot. And I'll just like stuff it full of sand right there. I don't know. Might be too much. Yeah, that's better. And get my chopper in there. All right. Just a quick check. Yeah, that's good. Looks like it'll be fitting nice and fine. I go ahead and put these guys in now. Let's go there. Let him miss some sand. Right. Have a bit more sand left over, so you can kind of fill in some areas. Need a bit more. Shit. Put it on a different angle for myself. There we go. Blacked out for a minute. I don't know why it does that. It's stupid. So I'm trying to fill that out a bit more. I'm going to glue the edges in a minute, just to kind of keep that secure. So far, so good. I'll throw a little bit more sand in some areas here. Picking up some areas. to make it look more like it's buried in the sand here. And all the patches together. Okay, so kind of loose. All right. And we'll try and bury the rotors a bit more. Chopper. You know what? Pick up this quick. Okay. And make the chopper look like it's more buried. Cover up these little joints or whatever as much as possible here. Yeah. That. Yep. Hmm. Okay. Now I think it's time to turn the thing around and we can start doing the grass element on the corners here. So we'll just kind of move it around real quick. Camera. I'll start here. Right. So we're going to touch up some of this here. And my green paint. And we'll use like kind of a shamrock, I think. Just kind of add to the grunginess. Or use this guy. So it's only going to be in small areas. Nothing. Just going to see. All right, we'll grab pinches of it. Okay. This is actually where you can kind of use more lumpier paint. Because it works for like the sand and all that. Let's do that. I kind of like the extra different green underneath. Kind of adds a bit more of a, yeah, almost like kind of like moss almost underneath all the grass and all this. Adds something. Not too worried about getting grass into the sand. That kind of looks cool. All right, let's move you. And let's get the other side going. I better show y'all. Ooh, big ball. Grass. Sprinkle it. Wonder if they have like a kinetic grass. As well as sand might be useful. Keep it all together. But this way works fine. Let's get the edges next. We'll put the trees in, and then yeah, it's almost done. There's one right now. Looks like. There we go. Yeah, do it. Let's grab some pinches of grass. And brush, kind of get rid of some of the grass. Just clean up. I don't mind it being on the sand though. It's okay. That's fine with me. All right, let's get my trees glued in now. The one up in the corner here. And then I think gold. Yeah. Do these two right in the corner. No, so I have my big leaf plants in the corners there. What? Probably go better in if I just take this stand off. There we go. That's better. Just take these fuckers off. Annoying. Oh, shit. Hey, missus. Good to see you. Just throwing in some palm trees now. We're almost done this one, actually. At least the base layer. We still got to do the background and all that. But yeah, this is what we've gotten so far. We got our sand in. We got our military vehicles kind of scattered in. We'll probably throw in a little bit more little chunks here and there, just kind of add a bit more detail. But yeah, now we're just kind of doing the last of it. We're just doing the trees now. So, and, okay, oh, right, because that one goes in there. Gotcha. All right. Confusing myself. All right, we'll do this. Pop that off. And that's where the little dudes are going. Not these ones. This is where my Combaticons are going to go. So I have to have one right here right now. So this is Swindle. He's going to go right up in there or in the corner here or something. This is for my main Transformers display. I have something a little bit different for the smaller ones, actually. I'll do something a little bit different for that. Because I'm thinking about this I think August I'll try and get it started. But I want to redo the basement a little bit, like at least in the part of the basement that's kind of not empty because I still got to curate it a bit more. But why don't you come up? But what I want to do in there is kind of move all my Lego into that other space over there, and then I think the plan is to go with is to get shelving on the wall and then have like a table in the middle of it all, and that's where I think I'm going to put the little guys like this. So. This is the Bumblebee I got the other day. So yeah, I love these little guys, the blockies. So I kind of want to do more with them now. Oop, and you're wonky. Here, let's get the stem glued in as well. It's fucking up. There we go. I'm just gonna force it into the foam. There we go. All right. But yeah, so that's going to be my next project, really, is getting that new part of the room going. Not new part of the room, but you know, just a light sort of renovations. But I got to do a lot of stuff there first. I got to get some carpet, some lighting, maybe a backdrop, and then obviously the furniture. And got to figure out what size desk I want to go for because it's not that big of a space, but it's big enough to do a little bit of something in there. And just going to make sure I have enough walking space because I want to be able to walk around like the entire table, like have it just be like an island almost. Some kind of access it from any angle I need. Oh, okay, I just popped off. That's good. Just gotta glue these trees back in. The little stems, they got torn off. All right. And just kind of hold that. Yeah, sorry about the noise. Got more construction going on outside. They're redoing the parking lot here, so. But I think they're about another. So we got probably another 2 weeks to go. That stuff. So gotta hold it about 40 seconds. That is cool. I just want a room I can stream from. Well, yeah. Gosh, I just want. Yeah, I just need space. That's what I need. Just kind of keep it still. Yeah, I got a few more plant elements I need to add in. And I think that'll probably be it for this part of the stream anyways. Actually, I want this kind of dry up and also just take a break for a bit and then come back in a couple hours maybe. We'll do the back and side walls next. Kind of finish those off. This guy's not staying in. Here, I'll do. So I'll take more sand. I'll just kind of dump it in there. Cover that up. And then we'll bury it in this other corner here. Doesn't want to stay in. Like if you gave me a room the size of like a school gym, like that'd be heaven because then that's just do so much in space. I just have like freaking tables of islands of different like locations or whatever from different franchises. That's what I'll do with that space. But gotta work with what I got. So there we go. We'll glue it a little bit to the bit there. For extra support there. Yeah, these are like actually little tank elements I bought off of Temu and the helicopter too. They're very, very cheap. Well, two of them are like kind of like these little ground like debris elements, and the other two are actual models. Really small, like kind of cheap models. So kind of worked for this. I kind of just like what I did was I took a big ass hammer and I just kind of smashed the shit out of them because I wanted them to look, damaged and all that, run down, like it's been there like that for a long time. So just gonna thin this out a bit. That's the lump. Let's drop it in this plate. And let's go ahead and fix this one. I'm probably gonna have the same problem. So this one, just gonna kind of cover this stem up. And then just bury it, I think, right in there. All right, yeah, I think right there's better. That way there's more room for onslaught because he's a big boy. So. Yeah, so this one's supposed to house 5 bots. One big guy and then 4 others. And then you kind of go in the sides here and then the 2 platforms there. That's kind of how it's being structured here. Yeah, actually, I thought about the room, the table layout, and all that. And I just wanted to do like a Lego city, but then it kind of once I got these lucky transformers, I was like, oh, what if I just did a whole diorama there? And I was like, well, if I just do a diorama there, then it'll kind of won't let me it'll kind of take away my freedom to do different things with it. You know what I mean? Like if I want to do something else with the space there, wouldn't be able to do it because it'll be like all glued together and all that, like a diorama. So I was like, well, what if I just did like combined Lego with the blockies instead? Like, so if I wanted to do like a Transformers environment, I won't have to do a whole lot of it'll be easier to kind of take it down, take it apart, and put it back together and all that. It's Lego as opposed to just doing like a full on diorama like what I'm doing right now with this stuff. But I could always like kind of put them in the shelves here just for fun one day. Yeah, actually, I bought 3 packs or 3 cases of the smaller versions of those blockies, which I think they're about the size of a minifigure in Lego. So only problem with the blockies is they're not fully like Lego compatible. Like they won't stick to your Lego base plates or anything like that. Their feet are too big. They kind of work in the Lego world a little bit. Kind of have that Lego vibe, you know. I'm just gonna kind of thin out the stand here, make it more natural looking because there's a little bit kind of the edge to it. So putting a little more glue. All right. I'll grab my leaf elements. We are at near the end of it all, so I'm just gonna organize my plants here. It's kind of a smaller one. I have two like really big ones. I kind of want to put one on each side. That way there's symmetry. Okay. And these I got at Michael's too. They're just kind of like little. It's basically those like little like reef things at Michael's. I can't really describe it. It's like one of those like rolls. That's kind of cut apart, so I get different little plant elements here. But we're gonna start with the big ones. And they're gonna go on the rocks here, even though it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to be on the rock. It's kind of the best place to put them for this one. That way, there's a little bit of elevation for them. I might add some like little rock elements too. I have some little guys there, so I might do that as well. Yeah, the platforms here almost end up being just rock, but I realized later on I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense because I want to have trees here, so trees don't grow out of rocks; they grow around rocks. So it's kind of a dumb. Got my dumbness, and I'll put a small one here. Yeah, I can't really do too much in this space here because that's where a bot's supposed to go. So I have to kind of do the corners. There we go. Pick my hole, so to speak. I also kind of like the idea of having some plants in the faces of some of the Transformers, or not in the faces, but in their wigs. It kind of looks, it kind of sells the idea they're in this sort of environment. And they're actually almost interacting with it in a way. I don't know. I think it's more interesting that way. All right, let's poke our hole. All right, and then drop in some glue. And we'll stick it right in. There we go. All right, and we'll just kind of put this guy right here. Oh, Destructicons outside doing their thing, smacking things. Yeah, they're redoing the sidewalk, and then they're redoing the actual driveway. So kind of because it's very very crooked in here in the driveway. So hopefully that'll make life easier. There we go. Just force it in. Sort to speak. Ooh, yeah. Hands are getting torn apart. Look at that. Glue, all that. I'll probably take a shower after the stream just to help get it all off in a quick way. Well, I ain't done yet. Grab my plants and my rocks. Started with the plants. A bunch of these little flowers here, so kind of add them in to kind of add a bit more of a pop of color. You also have these ones right here. These like green ones, so start plants and go from there. Let's see, I'll kind of put them like here. Strips. Because I actually like adding flowers and stuff. It just helps add a bit more of a liveliness to the environment. I might actually use this for some of these flowers for some of my other dioramas that kind of lack it, like my lagoon and the Hollywood shelf. Just to add a bit more color. Oop. There we go. Yeah, I'll use this big yellow one. Ooh. Yep, cut that guy off. So weird looking one. Here, I'll add some more sand. Can give it some more. Oop, that's not too much. It needs a bit more sand, anyways. So. Not really showing a good angle for them, so I'm going to show tilted a bit. Bring my camera down. There we go. There we go. Kind of like the variation of different flower types as well, different colors. So, yeah, another yellow. That one was kind of cool. Yeah, after I do finish this the base layer, I think I'll take a break. There we go. And then we'll come back later. We'll do the back wall, back and side walls, and go from there. Okay. All right. Let's get some of these don't need to be glued in, I don't think so. See the little spike there, but this is like 1/4 inch foam, so we use glue for it. Let's get these guys in the corner there. Let's get to that side. You can always have them stepping on the flowers to make more realistic looking. So then, at least for those flowers I was using, the chopper there. There's my hand in the way. Yeah, it's kind of meant to look like a old wreckage from past wars and stuff like that. This little beach here. All right, let's get some more flowers. So the ones on top here first. That way, and move her way down. All right, let's get the ones on the beach going now. Just put an angle actually upwards. Yeah, good enough. Shit. There we go. All right. Having a little way too much fun with these guys. Tweezers at. Where the hell am on tweezers? Oh, tree fell down. I have it leaning against the rock there. I can get them in the that works. Okay, I won't have enough for the other dioramas anyway, so all right, let's just use them all up. Cool. All right. Let's throw in some little rocks. Let's do this. Okay. Other side. We'll kind of do it sparingly with the rocks here. Don't have very many big ones still. Sneak one in this corner here. And my glue bottle's on its last legs now. can probably pour some of these into this and it'll be fine. All right, I think I'm good with this one. I think I'm ready to call it on the base here. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, as long as this guy can still stand up in here. Yeah. Yeah. Any others should be fine too. So, boom, boom, and big boy up there. So, all right, I think we're ready to call it a wrap on this guy. So, good. Pull back a little bit, give you a rough idea of how it looks so far. Yeah, there's our helicopter, and then our tank over there, our glue bottle. There's our water effect we did yesterday, which I just did with using a white base, and then I used a purple and pink or blue and pink wash, and it kind of helped create this really really effective like water effect. I was really surprised how it turned out last when I saw it this morning. I was like, holy shit! It's like I was about to do a second coating, but it's like I don't think I need it. I think I did all right here, so I think we'll keep it the way it is right now. So like, because you normally you just see like kind of like water, like with water, especially on the shore, it's usually a lot like lighter. Like you usually see more white than blues. So I kind of like it like this. So kind of stick with that. So yeah, that's what we got so far. I might be able to stick in a few extra little details like the extra vehicle parts. Like I have a bunch of little vehicle parts from the tanks and all that. But I think I'll add that up later on. Maybe kind of like one like propeller kind of sticking up again from the ground or something. But I'll do that stuff off air, I think. So pretty much good to go here on this one. But yeah, there's the diorama so far. Now we just got to do the back and side walls. I'll probably do that later tonight. So I can do some stuff today. So all right, that's what we got so far. And yeah, so thanks for watching, Mrs. and anyone else who is stopping by. And I will see you guys probably later today. Probably maybe around, let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's already 12. So maybe around 3 or 4, we'll probably pick it up again. And then we'll go from there. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.